This is, of course, the interactive segment where we get to hear from you, where your voice matters. So, starting today, September 9th, fintech companies like Opay, Moniepoint, and others will begin deducting a mandatory 50 Naira electronic money transfer levy from every inflow of 10,000 Naira and above received by their customers. Now, this move, directed by the Federal Inland Revenue Service, the FIRS, marks the end of free banking services offered by these fintechs, which had attracted many Nigerians, especially small business owners, students, and low-income earners to, react. Basically, this was something that has made, these people in this category to go to these fintech companies. So with over 78 billion Naira generated from this levy in just 5 months, it is clear that the government is keen on exploiting this revenue stream. So this is, of course, what we're going to dissect. What do you think about, this situation? What about the impact on you, the customer? Will this deduction affect your financial transactions, business operations, or overall trust in fintech services? This is what we want to hear your take and thoughts on. So share your thoughts, concerns, and questions with us. Call the numbers on your TV screen. Let's hear your take or your device. And also you can send us WhatsApp message via the first WhatsApp number. Let's hear your take. Let's discuss the implications of this 50 Naira transfer levy on your wallet and Nigeria's financial landscape. What is your take on this new policy? Let's hear from you now. Before I even put it out there that this was put out by the FIRS to the fintech, we already, customers patronizing other banks already have that, and it just started along the way, and it got me really concerned. But let's hear from our first caller. Good morning. Good morning. Are you with us?
Hello.
Yes. Good morning.
Yes, I'm with you.
Your name and where you're calling?
Good morning. My name is Tinubu. I'm calling from Benue State.
Good to have you from Benue. Let's hear your take on this policy.
In commercial banks, we have been paying this. For some of us, it's not a meeting. It's not a meeting. But the thing there is that if we are paying all these taxes, the money should be used for us. If you go in other countries that are being developed, they pay taxes, but the taxes is being used for their own benefit. Honestly, for commercial bank, we have been paying it for a year now. The only transaction we do of 10,000 a day, we have been paying it. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. He said your commercial bank has been doing that for the longest time. It wasn't like that. I know if you made transfer, then you get to charge, some fees for that transaction. But it started, I started noticing it anyways, I think from, end of last year to the beginning of this year, where any money that comes into your account, 15 Naira is deducted from it. And it really surprised me. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling from. Please turn down the volume of your TV or stay away from it.
My name is Jacob. I'm calling from Ogun State.
From Ogun State. Good to have you. Let's hear your take.
Yeah, thank you. Just like the first caller just mentioned, the policy has been in place. It has been in place several months ago before now. And somebody like me that use Kuda and Carbon, initially, Kuda and Carbon did not join that policy. But eventually, they started deducting the money from us for every 10,000 Naira received. That is Kuda and Carbon. So, I will not want to condemn government for doing that. But the only thing that I will condemn government for is if the government is so keen about getting something from the people, then there should also be a way that government gives back to that people. It must not be getting from the people with every available opportunity. Okay, for example, there is this wise saying, or maybe I'll call it slogan or whatever, that we should not talk too much about what we gain from the government, but what government gain from us. Now, the question is this: what exactly are we gaining from government? If we are exhorting ourselves that we should not talk too much about what we gain from government, then there must be something that we should hold on to, that this is what we gain from government, and because of this thing we are gaining from the government, it is okay for us also to reciprocate. Now, as we speak, there is no subsidy on electricity, there is no subsidy on food, there is no subsidy on fuel, there is no subsidy, there is no government intervention in every aspect of human life that makes one to exist in Nigeria today. From one of the programs I watched on this station, Trust TV, this morning, a boy was complaining about, he was into generator repair. Initially, according to him, he used to have up to 18 apprentices working under him, but now he has none, because of how tough things are today. So let me just cut the long story short so that I'm not wasting all your time. The major important aspect we are considering now is government should please intervene in matters that concern the citizen, for even if it's just something. Let us just be looking at something and say, this thing government is doing and we pay government for. It is not that we will give them everything. They'll collect 10%. They are not talking about 10% VAT now. They'll collect VAT. They'll collect cyber security levy. They'll collect EMTL. They'll collect. It is not only we that should give to government now. Government should please give to us too now. So that is my contribution. My God bless you.
I get your take. I appreciate you for calling on that one. Yes, it's all about taxpayers' money. This money is collected from you, and it's okay for you to ask for accountability on how it is used. And basically, that was what he was talking about, saying, if at all you're collecting from us, then let's see what you're using it for to make our life easy. That is the reason for taxes. Taxes is meant to be collected from different aspects of life in order to put infrastructures in place and grow the economy. But if it's not done, then of course the media and the people get to ask questions on that. So let's hear your take on this. Good morning.
Good morning, Summayya. How was your night?
Fine, thank you. I appreciate this. Is that Ibrahim?
That's good to know. Yeah, this is Ibrahim from Kebbi State.
Good to have you, Ibrahim. Let's hear your take.
Thank you. Thank you. Based on the topic of discussion, actually the issue is worrisome, although we are not surprised, because the way and the manner the government is operating, we are expecting worse than this. But deducting the 50 Naira charges from the POS operators, it's not a crime actually, or maybe that's not a crime, but what are we gaining? What are we actually doing with the said money that we are realizing from those operators? We believe that other foreign countries are lively today because of the way and manner they conduct their taxes, and then they are going to work on those tactics by providing living conducive environment and other necessary needed things for human beings. But what happens in Nigeria, they will gather much money and they will squander the money to their own luxurious life without impacting anything from the masses. If we are collecting the money from poor people, we must make sure that it has to reflect with what we have been doing. That alone, we cannot feel the pain, because we have given something out and we have seen the result of what we have given out. But we cannot be, gathering money for people that are already made by stealing our money by all means of their lives. And then we keep quiet. We will not keep quiet. We will continue talking on the negligence of the government when it comes to times like this. This is not the time, the era we will be doing all of this. The country is battling with so many things. So they shouldn't add, something to injury. Look at the petty traders. Look at how much are they realizing. And as I quote, it is not a crime to collect the 50 Naira. But what are they going to do? We realize that if you look at what happened during the former CBN governor, where he said we are going back to electronic transfer something, they generated a lot of money selfishly, not because Nigerians need that at that moment, but because they have a target. They have a target to realize the money and spend on themselves. They have to force Nigerians to suffer and suffer again. Now they have come up with this. After they squandered the already gathered money, and they now want to look for a way to extort another money from the hands of the small trader to make themselves rich. This is a shame. A country like Nigeria, no. I am ashamed of the leaders of Nigeria today. And we are calling on the media houses. We are calling in well-meaning Nigerians. We should speak, no matter how it's going to cost our lives. We must speak and eradicate this bad governance. We must make sure that they are done with their selfish and bad governance in Nigeria. This is my comment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ibrahim, for that. Sensed, the frustration in it. Yes, other banks already are taking that money immediately at 10,000 and above enters your account, 50 Naira gets deducted. But one thing that made this fintech banks more attractive to Nigerians was the fact that they said there was not going to be charges. When there is money deposited in your account, it makes life easier. So 50 to a business person, 1 Naira counts. And to a student, 1 Naira counts, and even low-income earners. So this is the concern of Nigerians. But let's hear your take. Good morning.
Good morning, Summayya.
Good morning, Shatima. It's good to have you.
Thank you so much. How about my sister Fatima? I hope she's doing fine.
Yeah, she's fine. Thank you for asking.
Thank you.
Let's hear your take.
Name remains Shatima Yakudima, calling from Maiduguri.
Always good to have you, Shatima.
Honestly speaking, I was not surprising the Nigerian government, but I was surprising the Nigerian masses. Honestly speaking, this government come for themselves. You can every Nigerian can agree with me. We provide our self education. We provide health for ourselves. We also give security to ourselves. No any government care for us. We do all these things, but yet they are overtaxing us. In reality, what tax means is, if you collect tax, you give services. That's the initial arrangement on taxes. But these people, they collect taxes, as Ibrahim said, they depend it on themselves. And after all, not even tax is not satisfying them. They carry loans again. All these loans go to their private pockets. That is the reality. And now, look at the way plot is washing people's houses. Nobody cares. Like in Adamawa, the youths, they are helping the elderly people to cross a big river at the risk of the people. Nobody cares. This is the only. You see, what will save this country is prayers. I keep on telling, we engage in prayers, and we should wait for 2027 to ready with our vote to vote this useless government out of office.
All right,
that's the only thing that we can rescue Nigeria. This government is not a government. They build this government for themselves. They don't care about the masses. That is the reality of what they are doing.
All right. Thank you so much, Shatima.
You're welcome, Summayya. Have a nice day.
Indeed. Thank you.
That's my submission.
It keeps getting really intense with people's frustration with how things are going on in the country and how people are not really feeling the impact of, this tax being paid. But then, yes, this is a topic on today. What is your take on this fintech companies taking 50 Naira for every money that comes into your account that is above 10,000 Naira? These are the people that say, oh, we're giving you succor from that much taxes. Let's not forget, we still pay taxes in every other part of our life. So how do you think this would affect us? What do you think this would be, the impact on this decision on an average Nigerian, because 50 naira rather. 50 naira is a huge lot of money, especially when gathered from different and a lot of numbers of Nigerians. All right, let's pick this call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from. Please have the caller on the line. All right, I don't think we still have the caller. Please go ahead, call us back. Let's hear your take on this topic. What do you think the impact of this decision would be on Nigerians? Yes, you use your ATM cards. There's always some sort of a VAT. The federal government came out to say there could be a 10% increment on VAT. Could be. We're yet to see how that decision would turn out. And we want to hear your take about this particular decision. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. You're speaking with Ayuba from Gombe.
Ayuba from Gombe. Good to have you. Let's hear your take, Ayuba.
This 15 naira levy on the fintech that the federal government are imposing is not the best way to go. My problem is that the 15 naira can go a long way in putting infrastructure in the nation, but then the leaders are not putting this money to use. Converted these levies and taxes for their own personal gains. So for me, where there is no accountability, there is no need to tax the masses. So it is wrong. What do I say now? The policies that they borrowed from the IMF is gradually killing Nigerians. I could imagine it saying the other day that taxes and revenue in Nigeria is very low.
Yeah.
Meaning that these measures is not enough. The measures should be tightened enough. And
do we still have Ayuba? Ayuba, I think we lost you due to network. I appreciate that. If you can call us back, of course, and continue. But if I get your point, it's concerns about Nigerian government tightening, because they've been complaining that
Hello, good morning.
Is not much. All right, good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. Is that Ade?
My name is Ade. I'm calling from London.
Good to have you, Ade. Good morning. Let's hear your take on this.
Good morning. Your voice is very low. I can hardly hear you, but you can hear me anyway.
Yes, I can.
My contribution to this issue is this. I think the government has lost direction, because in UK, we don't pay a penny. Bank don't charge you for any, you withdraw, you transfer, they don't charge you.
Okay.
They only charge you when you have unauthorized overdraft, which means you take more money than you don't have. So, or you take a loan, or you have little interest. But I transfer money. If I leave 100,000 or 1,000 pounds in my account, if I come back 3 years, the 1p will not reduce. So if I transfer any money, you don't charge anything at all. I understand in Nigeria there's a bank like that. I think they say it's a Islamic bank. They don't take interest. I'm not sure. Someone told me that's how a bank should operate. So all these banks charge, even the normal bank in Nigeria, they are charging. It's a rip-off.
Yes. No, initially they are charging.
Because here you have your money, you have account here, my sister, and you are in Nigeria, you come back, you need the same everything to the penny. You need in your account.
Ade, I mean, it's good to hear you talk about this. I don't know if you can hear me. It's good to hear you talk about this, because we are of the impression that the Europeans tend to collect tax from every aspect of life. So it's good to hear you clarifying that when it comes to banking, people are not charged as we were told.
We are not taxed at all. I have about 3 banks accounts, different banks, and sometimes I will leave maybe £100 in one. I will forget. Maybe a year later I will remember. When I get there, my £100 is there intact. I can even take the £100, make the remaining 000. Nothing will happen. So they make their money through other source. But in Nigeria, normal bank, even they will charge you 100 naira, 50 naira. All these are rip-off, and they will declare profit. They are ripping the poor people. That's not banking. That's stealing from the poor people. So they don't get their act right. So all these are rip-off. They don't know their direction. I'm waiting for a government who will instruct banks not to even charge a dime when you transfer money or you withdraw money. How can you pay for it? Here you can withdraw from ATM free. If you go to a local shop, a private shop, who has a cash machine they put there, they are paying rent, then they want to pay £2 to withdraw. But if you go to any of the ATM of any bank at all, it's free. You withdraw any amount you want according to your limit. That's how it works. So this banking in Nigeria is not banking at all. Let me give you that new chance to call it. And I say good morning to you again and my other sister. God bless Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you so much, Ade, for that. Always a pleasure hearing from you. This is something that's been going on, and I feel to some extent Nigerians thought it was all on the bank. But then there are things that we hold ourselves accountable, and the other things that we have to hold the government accountable for. Good morning. Please turn down the volume of your TV set. Your call is already picked. Good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is John. I'm calling you from Oshobo.
Oh, good to have you from Oshobo, Osun State. Let's hear your take.
Yes. Well, the 15 naira transfer levy for fintechs, well, it's a good one, but the 15 naira is too much. It's too much because that charges now will trickle down on the poor masses. We trickle down the poor masses. Seriously, we trickle down. This regime, all what they know is all about charges. I never knew that. I will wake up one day and look back and compare the previous administration of President Buhari to this one favorably. I'm telling you, because then we are saying we are in frying pan, but now we are being stung by scorpion. May God help us in this country.
Amen.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
we should just wait till 2027, and nobody should be swayed by little 1,000 or 200 naira or say his or our vote. We should vote against this government. That is just it.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you and your concerns and worry. Just to put it out there, this 50-50 naira already have been taken from other banks. So fintech was the only aspect that said we're not going to remove it to make it more easier for business owners and low income earners. And this money amounts to over 78 billion naira in 5 months alone. I think it was just 5 months alone that they started doing it, where if money comes into your account, then 15 naira is deducted. 5 months alone, Nigerian government has gotten 78 billion naira on it. Good morning.
Hello?
Please turn down the volume of your TV or stay away from it. Good morning.
Good morning. Please turn my
Do we have the caller?
Morning on.
All right, please, we need to let that person go. Let's hear your take. I'm sure some messages, WhatsApp messages have been sent. Let's hear your take on this matter. We have a few minutes left to still interact with you about policies that affect you. And yes, it is mind-blowing that we bring Nigerians from all corners of the world to talk about this situation of something that affects Nigerians. And it's good when we are always, putting, using examples of international countries, developed countries, we get to see where we are lacking in order to at least make some adjustments. Because at the end of the day, it's not about, always calling out. It's all about finding solutions. And it was as shocking to me as it was, I'm sure, to many, knowing that, the UK does not even charge that much, charge at all when it comes to banking. So there is always transfer. And we grew up believing that every charges made by bank is only to the bank's benefit. But for the longest time, we have been paying taxes, and these banks tend to have to do some biddings of the government. And these taxes, people are saying now we're not really feeling it. So let's hear your take on this decision to even incorporate other banks into charging that 15 naira. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Emmanuel, calling from Owerri.
Emmanuel.
I have to say, Emmanuel, calling from Owerri, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Just the last caller said, I never imagined that we can see a special government that use and compare to Buhari government. You know, when Buhari government remains 6 months, 5 months to go, all of us in Nigeria are saying, fine, let this government leave so that we can have a fresh air. Look at what we are having on that tinubu. Taxes upon taxes. Let us remind us that these POS people now, many people are using are people in the rural area, our mothers, our grandmothers. If they send them 5 pounds, 10 pounds to take and manage, then government will come and charge them 15 naira. They increase fuel price. They're trying to increase tax now from 7.5% to 10%. Which way? Nigeria. Taxes. Look at our senators, what they are doing. Up till now, they have not even make a statement concerning this fuel price hike. We don't have direction, nothing. Even when he was campaigning, he was saying that install. Now he installed. Do something for Nigeria. All we are hearing is suffering, hardship, everywhere. Everywhere, hardship, everywhere, suffering. No, we cannot even breathe anymore. Anyway, let's if INEC will allow our vote to count this time around, because we know that people we voted is not people they announced to us. 2027, let's see if they will allow our vote to count. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you. Amen to that, Emmanuel. Appreciate you. When you mentioned the breathing, got me, a bit smirking. Letting the people breathe, just like the president promised us, saying, the poor should be allowed to breathe. Well, we of course are going to continue diving into this conversation. We will follow up and see how all of this continue to pan out, considering the difficulties that Nigerians are currently facing and challenges. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Isaac calling from Port Harcourt.
Okay, from Port Harcourt. Good to have you. Let's hear your take.
Yes. Please, my own take on this is this tax that our government is just introducing to us, collecting from us. The only pain I have here is that there is no benefit in all of this to Nigerians. We are being taxed on the road where our security is not guaranteed. We are being taxed in every sector, and yet nothing is being given back to the people. Now, are they trying to kill small businesses, or is saving money back now that we can no longer save? We are not entitled to health care. We are not entitled to good roads. We are not entitled to security. And all they do is to wake up and then have access to our finance when jobs cannot even be created. You graduate from school, there is no assurance that what you studied you put to work. And our governments are not thinking towards this line. Civil society organizations should speak up. INEC is the main problem that we have. Because I know that if the right people are assigned in the right offices, we won't have this kind of problem. Corruption is just everywhere. It's just everywhere. And it's hitting back at us. Sometimes you just need to close your eyes and do the right thing for the benefit of Nigerians and for your own name. It's paining me. This is too bad. So Pampe businesses should close down. Moniepoint should close down, and all of those people, where are they expecting them to work? Whatever they come up with, they put it in our finance when they are not even giving back to us. This is not nice. It's not nice at all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Last sentence really hit hard to home. Keep hating on the finances of the masses when you're not really giving back to them. But the president, which he is known for, economic reform, people give him kudos to when he was a governor in Lagos State. saying he did well when it comes to the economy there. Had a lot of people on, high expectations saying we would want this. But if there is one thing that we've experienced or heard from Lagosians, is the fact that there was so much increment in taxes in order to get that. But then corruption is affecting the nation, and we saw the president saying it is fighting him back. So how are we going to manage these taxes? Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, I'm Naira calling from Naira.
Okay, good to have you from Naira. Let's hear your take.
Yeah. I want to comment for the issue and the difficulty that Nigeria people are going on.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, please, I want to beg our leader, because we poor masses, we are suffering. We are suffering seriously to the extent that now what is going on in our side here is beyond human understanding. So fuel in our side here, they are selling fuel 1,400, 1,500 for a liter in fill station. So did they mean that they just want the poor masses to die, or where are they headed with this target that they have for us? Because they should know that we are the people that voted them in that place. So they need to know that whatever goes on in Nigeria, we are the one to head on the responsibility. So I want to beg them to do the needful, because the next election is getting approached now. So the plan and what they did will determine how we are going far with them in the next coming of election. So I'm begging them to do the needful, more especially the issue of this fuel. The issue of this fuel is because of the rises of prices or prices goods in the market. Because whenever you look in now, a mood of beef is 3,000 naira, a mood of rice 2,600 naira. Common Gary that the people are not even interested in Gary. Now, poor masses cannot even afford to buy Gary now. Look at it. They don't want poor masses to die, and they want that they take it. Please, I'm begging the government, they should do the needful. The issue of the protests are not solve the problem, but I'm begging them to do the needful, because poor masses are suffering seriously. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that. Yes, basically, I don't think we can really do much more than you're already doing. What we do here, of course, is giving platform to Nigerians to react to certain decisions and policies being put in place that affects them. And it's good to have Nigerians from all corners of Nigeria and even beyond to dissect and show and express their thoughts or even concern about this situation. One thing that seemed to be a replica is that fear for even corruption and how difficult life has been on Nigerians. Let's take this call. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, I'm Levy I'm calling from Gombe State.
From Gombe. Good to have you. Let's hear your thoughts.
Yeah, actually, I want to commend all the callers. As you can see, everybody that contributed this morning has spoken with one voice and in one direction. That means Nigerians cannot lie. Obviously, Mr. President has gotten it very, very wrong. Even though, of course, we bargained for this trash, but we are not really getting it the way we actually wanted it. You can imagine, big buy from one angle. If Nigerians, if President Tinubu is copying, is bringing a template of economic of UK, he should copy everything. He should not be on multiple taxes from all directions. All directions, taxes, taxes, calls, taxes, data, taxes, everything tax. And Nigerians are dying. You can see. What is he doing? If you cannot be able to run this, you should leave the presidency. Let's do it a person that can be able to govern this country well. What are we doing? We're talking about 10% increase tax, another percent of any money deducted. You withdraw. It's a very bad policy. Policy is meant for people. People are not perfect for policy. The government is not getting it right. They should please open their ears and listen to the masses. Let it not be everything that will just come to the media every day and be talking about the economy. People are dying, people are dying. They are not doing anything. It is bad. Very, very bad.
Thank you. This is my submission.
Thank you so much for that. Yes, Nigerians are speaking out their mind on these policies that affect them. 50 naira to be taken from your account on, even if it's multiple transactions done in a day. If it's multiple, yes, if there is multiple deposit done into your account, 50 naira would be removed if it is above 10,000 naira. So basically, business owners will get more charged or more hit on this. So let's hear your take on how this impacts you as Nigerians. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Summayya.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Sorry, it's the same Ibrahim. Sorry to come back again because there is something you touched and I need to highlight on that.
Okay.
Based on the infliction of pain and unnecessary, VATs or whatever they may call it, that the president is imposing in Nigerians, it is now clear for Nigerians to know that the 2027 election is not going to be transparent because he knew that frustrating people will lead people not to vote for the party. So, in as much as they will keep inflicting pain on people and they still believe that they are going to win the election, that means they are going to rig the election. So, Nigerians need to be wise now because whatever decision the president is taking, the decisions are not favoring the poor people. And then the poor people are the ones who vote. And somebody talks about INEC. INEC, in the other hand, could not be the problem in the whole thing. The problem started from the ward, from the local government and the state, because the INEC are not the ones to elect a leader who is going to contest under a platform of party. It is the same ESCO who are ordained to elect a credible person who is going to lead Nigeria. So those people are the ones responsible for bringing up bad people to come and lead us, because INEC, they are only participating on the manipulation during the election, because right from the word go, the party focus has already arranged either the INEC are out or not. They have already voted the person they voted because the INEC is under the president's command. So the INEC chairman, we should know that INEC chairman will never go contrary to the will of the president. We should know that no matter what we do, we must have to stand up and fight this fight, because waiting for the INEC chairman to do the medicine is not going to be the medicine, because the salary and all it takes, the president and the chief commander in charge is the one that is directing the INEC chairman. So where do we live? Those people that are escorted in our own domain, those people that are escorted in our local government, those that are escorted in our state, we should hold them responsible. They should do the needful or push them out of the fold. We have to participate in political crisis in Nigeria for us to bring out what has been decayed and then to not to put a good food in our table. If not, Summayya, I am sorry to say, we are going to have a worse government in the next 2027, because the president is going to emerge again and is going to keep frustrating the life out of us. And that is just, I am speaking in anger. People are dying. People are suffering.
I get your frustration. Thank you so much, Ibrahim, for that. And hopefully we don't get to see, worse situation for Nigerians than what Nigerians are currently going through. The presidency is still promising Nigerians that there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. And one of the things that as much as we know this would make life difficult, we definitely know that taxes, for the longest time, Nigeria has gotten away with not paying taxes. But then now that it's coming full force. And it seemed that even the Westerners that we're emulating have not done to this extent of, deposit being made in your account and 15 naira is being taken. Truly, one of the caller made mention that 15 naira is too much. It is. We tend to see this, and if the government decides to take one naira each from every account a day, do you know how much the government is going to gather? And now we're talking about 15 naira. And yes, this fintech, banks and companies. These are banks that business owners tend to use a lot. So multiple transactions coming into the bank, and yes, this is of course supposed to get a charge fee of that or whatever they call it, which is basically tax, 50 naira. But Nigerians' major concern, since Nigerians are even used to it, our first caller made mention that we're already used to it. Banks do this, but this is 2024. We cannot just be used to something and sit down and let it continue, because that would actually give, whoever is making this decision more strength to come up with other harder and harsher one that would affect you. The banks should be held accountable. The policy and decision makers should also be held accountable based on every decision that they make, that they know it will impact on Nigerians currently. All right, before we go on with this, let's pick this call. Good morning. Please tone down the volume of your TV or stay away from your device. Good morning. Do we still have the caller?
The device. Good morning.
All right. If you want to call, I think we just.
Hello. Good morning.
All right. Please tone down the volume of your TV. Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, this is Koko. I'm calling from Ekiti State.
From Ekiti. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for this particular issue that you bring up this morning. This is highly commendable. First of all, I want to sympathize with the Nigerian masses. This is perhaps the toughest moment I have ever seen in Nigeria. From one wahala to another, from one crisis to another, kidnapping, everything. You see this now, that the government again will rise up and say you want to tax the use of Opay, this Moniepoint and so forth. This is high level of insensitivity of Nigerian government, honestly speaking. Ask yourself, who are the people using this Moniepoint and so on? Who are the people? The Nigerian masses. How many of these budgets use this Moniepoint or whatever? How many of them? They sell to banks with their grandmas go and come back with money. It is we, the masses, that are using this particular platform to make transactions. This is rather unfortunate. Honestly speaking. This is rather unfortunate. I just want to use this opportunity to call on the authority. There are certain policies the government have made that is biting hard on the people. Now, the people are the ones that elected them to represent us. If the masses that you are representing is crying that this policy is harsh, what is the big deal in reversing the policy? And allow the masses to enjoy the dividend of democracy you have promised heaven and earth. Why campaigning?
Yeah.
If you go to filling station now, it's another ball, a different ball game. You want to go to your farm, it's another. You cannot go to your farm. Even when you go to your I don't know, everywhere. And now you are adding another insult to already inflicted on the masses. This is quite unfortunate. Thank you for the program, man.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Thank you for calling in with your take. A concern about how this would affect Nigerians and impact them. Yeah, we've seen a lot of users come out to make concern. We've had a report, multiple done on this matter, and Nigerians are showing frustration, especially, like I said, low-income earners, students, because imagine sending your child, 10,000, which is something that you are able to just garner in order to give to your child, and that 10,000 naira gets to remove 15 naira. Automatically that money has broken. Do you get the sense of it? And also business owners are making that concern. All right, good morning. Go ahead, call us. Let's hear your take on this matter. Yes, the fintech companies are currently started this Monday to remove 15 naira from every deposit done above 10,000. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, my name, I'm still Jacob Steve calling from Ogun State.
Oh, okay.
I was the one that called earlier on.
Yeah.
I just want to add something to my contribution.
Okay.
And what I want to add is, in every normal plan, what we always know is money is collected from people that have and given to people that have not. It's not supposed to be the other way around. Now, the person you are going to transfer 10,000 naira to is not somebody who is a commissioner or a minister or a permanent secretary. That is not the caliber of people that 10,000 naira is transferred to. Definitely, whoever you are going to transfer 10,000 naira to must be people that are middle class or lower class in the society. So government should put this into consideration. They cannot continue to look poor people. It is very wrong. It is very wrong. And I'm begging INEC that in the next election, they should declare the rightful winner of the election, not the highest bidder. That is my contribution. My God bless you.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Yes, basically your concerns are valid, your takes are valid, and hence the reason why we wanted the government's FIRS, which is a body definitely representing the government as much as they claim autonomy or some kind of independence. It's all remitting this money to the government to get to hear from you Nigerians. Good morning. Good morning. Do we still have the caller?
Hello?
Yes. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, I'm Daniel calling from Jalingo.
From Jalingo, Taraba State. Let's hear your take.
Yes. Honestly, the government of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu has finished with us. It's remaining the head that they want to cut now. That is the truth. This kind of a levy, tax upon tax every day, is killing Nigerians. And Nigerians, they said Nigerians youth are very lazy. They are not lazy. They are hardworking people. With this kind of hard-earned money, they will still go and they move tax every day from our daily transactions. It's uncalled for. It's not good. Imagine this. Then they used to get money from oil. That is why they are stopping these young boys, charging them that they are doing illegal refinery, where they cannot produce oil that will be sufficient to Nigerians. They should allow those guys. In fact, they're supposed to subsidize those things for those guys, so that they can produce oil for us enough, the way they used to dash small implement in agriculture. That is it. It's not that since they cannot provide, they should allow those guys to be providing petrol for us. That is the truth of the matter. Petrol price control every price of anything we need in Nigeria. They cannot do it now. They are increasing tax. 15 naira is not a small money. Government cannot dash you 15 naira. I know the government we have in Nigeria. Nobody dash you 15. I don't know when last somebody dashed me 15 naira. And you still want to come and cut it off free, just like that. At the one plus the one they are seeing in the petroleum sector. Because it's those people at the top of the government that are getting those kind of money. So Nigerians, they say we should patronize our made in Nigeria products. We are ready to patronize our made in Nigeria crude oil. They should allow those boys to provide oil for us. That is the truth of the matter. They should stop tagging those guys illegal refinery whatsoever. We are ready to patronize our crude oil, locally produced, locally refined. In fact, they need to provide aid for those guys. We should go and learn skill. We should go and learn skill. Yes, those guys learn skill how to refine petrol. It's a good thing. They're supposed to be encouraged and rewarded for that. So please. They have cut up. They have killed us now. It's mainly to cut our head. That is what I'm saying now. So please, they should allow us to breathe, please. I don't know when last I collected anything from government in Nigeria, since I was born. I worked to earn my money, hard-earned money, myself. I paid my school fees. Other people that call, they said, yes, you pay everything. You provide security yourself, you pay your school fees yourself, you go to market, you buy things. Government doesn't do anything. Go to our roads, you see people individuals feeling the pothole. I don't know what they are doing. It's only tax every day. Anyway, let me stop here. Please, lastly, they should make sure they provide those guys that are producing oil for us, those local refineries. They should stop arresting those guys. Since they cannot produce it,
all right.
They should stop arresting those guys. That is my own. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's all about, of course, the taxes or the tax that is implemented to fintech companies as well. What is your take? What is the impact? What do you think this would do, to Nigerians? And how do you think people are supposed to react to this? We just want your reaction on all of this. Yes, like I said earlier, taxes has to be used, has to be acquired by the government from the people in order to make the country move. So we want to hear your particular position about this additional tax. All right, let's pick this call. Good morning. Do we have the caller?
Good morning, madam.
Yes, your name and where you're calling us from.
It's on the line. Calling from Mina.
Okay, calling from?
From Mina.
From Mina, Niger State. Go ahead.
Yes. My contribution is just to tell the masses of this country that each and every person should just go and get his dual citizenship. In case they say Nigeria tomorrow.
Is that even possible?
It's possible. Because the way this country is going now, I don't think the next thing is you hear they said in Nigeria tomorrow. So the best thing is I'm not advising people to go and get a dual citizenship. In case they say Nigeria tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
That is just my opinion.
Okay, I appreciate that, but I don't think that is a very solid or good advice. At the end of the day, Nigeria is our country. We do not have any other country to go to. As Nigerians, we should always put our country first. Our country first before any individual. Our country first before any other take or selfish interest. Our country first before any other opinion, and yes, our people first. So like I said, it's all about pointing out possible solutions and how to navigate through every policies that affects us as Nigerians, and not by pointing out the problem without finding the solution. So I would take it that the calls of Nigerians basically on this is that the government should make sure that they think of Nigerians when making these decisions, and also if at all they are going to continue with these tax measures, then it should be monitored. There should be management in order to get at least a better solution to Nigeria's economy and also build infrastructure. But yes, thank you all for calling and sharing your take on this matter. I appreciate you. Got some few messages, but we don't have time to, of course, dive into it.